the best word I can say, but will describe this was boom.
Yes, good evening. Before you talk, I just need to take a drink because throat's a bit dry because of
too busy crying.
No, a certain situation that just didn't look good in my eyes.
Is that your subtle way of saying how Liverpool lost?
Yeah, and obviously I do need to wear it because obviously I'm gonna have a lot to say. So
you're gonna have a proper rant.
Yeah, so we need it. We need it. You know, keep it moist so I can keep going.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready for this backlash for myself. I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna be leaving it to you to just condemn the team.
No, get involved.
The manager.
You can get involved.
Well,
man.
yeah, clearly I'm gonna get involved, but it's like, you know. Everybody knows by now when we lose, it's you going to be having a proper rant. But okay, let me fill in people. People don't know. Liverpool went to Leicester and we lost 1-0.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that has now put a gap between us and Manchester City to be 6 points, which is quite a substantial lead.
Yeah.
On the whole, I don't think Liverpool played badly myself. I think we're a bit unlucky. Mo Salah had a penalty saved, which is I think his second penalty saved for Liverpool, like 2 out of 17 penalties. Schmeichel got man of the match, their goalkeeper. So you don't get man of the match as a goalkeeper if you haven't worked. So there's that. Yeah, it was a funny one. It's just one of those nights when you just know it's not going to go our way.
Did it remind you of last season?
Well, some aspects, as in the final third in front of goal, we had chances. We could have put this thing to bed, but again, well, don't forget we have. In the last 34, we have scored in 34 consecutive games. We didn't score in this one. So it's not like there's a worrying trend. It's clearly a one-off.
No, it's not a worrying, but then at the same time, we was playing Leicester that's conceded how many goals in the last 3 games?
Yes, so yeah. They against Man City, I think they lost 6-3?
6-3.
Against Man City, but then they conceded 2 penalties as well.
I actually thought it was going to be a higher scoring game because even though Leicester's defense is bad, but they've been scoring goals. So
yeah,
you know? no one would have predicted it would have been a 1-0.
No way. Even a commentator saying we're all expecting a high scoring game because we generally have they score, we score, or we score a lot against them.
Yeah, because even Leicester, then they came back against Man City, had them a bit spooky for a bit.
Well, yeah, they're capable, but they obviously had a game plan against us because they are obviously terrified of us. They had, in this game, they had 1 shot on target, and that's the goal they scored.
Yep.
And if you look at the stats, touches in opposition box, they had only 14 touches in our box. We had 67 in their box. So clearly, they're not coming to us gung-ho. They are scared of us. And if you watch, a lot of times, the action was in their third. Just that our finishing, it was poor. It was poor. But the goalkeeper put up some good saves.
No, of course they did. But you expect. No, go on. Sorry.
Well, at one point, Sadio Mane, I'm just looking. I'm watching the replays. Sadio Mane was in front of the goal. He's got someone behind him, yes, but not really putting pressure on him. And he's just skied it over the goal. Fair enough, Michael made himself look big, but you'd have bet money that Sadio Mane would have scored there, but he didn't. Michael, made a good couple of saves. So it's disappointing. It's just one of those days when it just wasn't a day for us.
But I'll tell you what it is. I just think it's just happened the wrong timing because, like you said, Mane and Salah are going to be going, to the African National Cup.
Wow, there's some good news on that, but go on.
Yeah, I know what the news is because remember I said already in the other podcast that there's some talks that it might not go on. Do you remember?
Well, that's not good news, but it is going on. but they've delayed when the players have to go back.
Okay, they was meant to go 27th.
Correct. And now they're going back on the 3rd of January. So those players will be there for the
Oh,
Chelsea
they'll be there
game.
for the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
I think all the domestic leagues just begged the organisers, and they've accepted it, and they've said, yeah, okay, we'll allow them to go back later. So they'll all go out the day after the Chelsea game. So Monday is when we'll lose our trio of African players. So Mane, Salah, and Keita.
Is Matip
No, Matip. No, he's retired. He was playing for Cameroon, but he's retired.
Yeah.
So it's Keita, Salah, and Mane will then leave on Monday.
So that's some optimistic
news.
Yeah.
Well, it's a positive news. So it makes no difference.
It's a little bit, but still, I'll still say the game should have been a game that we should have won, because the simple fact is that now Man City 6 points clear. By the time we actually play that Chelsea game, Man City win their 2 games, they'll be 12 points clear.
Which is very scary.
Yeah, and the thing is now, we can't afford to drop any points against Chelsea for us to have any chance. Because if we drop points against Chelsea, even if we won our game in hand, then we're looking at 8 points.
No, I agree with you. It's horrible. And also, we don't know how far the players, our African players, are going to go in their competition. Well, especially Keita, fine, we got cover in midfield. Yeah. But Salah and Mane, even though Mane is not firing on all cylinders, as in he's not scoring, he's still a very vital part of the squad.
Of course.
We don't know how far they're going to progress, because they might be out for 2 months or away in Africa for up to 6 weeks, 8 weeks. We don't know.
Yeah.
And God forbid they get injured, which is another headache. I was kind of dreading this. And also, even playing against Chelsea, even with a full squad, it's not an easy game. We could draw or lose against Chelsea. I mean, it's a tough game.
It's a tough match. I don't even think we can afford to draw.
No, we can't. Because then clearly Man City will be on a massive roll.
Yeah.
But it's just that if we had won the Leicester game, it would have taken pressure off us.
No, of course, definitely.
For the Chelsea game.
100%.
But now we're 6 behind, and if we lose that, that's 9 behind. You say Man City got a game in hand.
It's not even 12. It'll be 12 points by the time we play the Chelsea game, if they win their 2 games. And
I like to be optimistic, but a 12-point gap, I don't see it. I don't see us coming back for that.
No,
I would be fighting for second and third.
Yeah, because how many games could you see City losing?
No, not 3. I can't see him losing 3.
Maybe one or 2.
Yeah, maybe a couple of draws, but I don't see him losing 3 or 4. They'd have to lose 4. If they get 12 ahead, they'd have to lose 4 games.
4 games.
And I don't see that. I don't think they've lost that many in like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't see that. Then we don't have to concede that we're not going to win the league, which would be a shame. But again, we're being negative. We don't know. We could trounce Chelsea, and then it's down to 3 points, and then that puts Man City under pressure.
No, of course, because
we'll see.
It's basically took one game where now everything's turned. The tables have turned. Because if we beat Leicester, it would have still been 3 points. Now, by the time we play our next game, we could be 12 points clear. That's just a massive difference.
That is huge. It is huge. It's huge. Just if we're saying teams like Arsenal and West Ham like 5 or 6 points behind us, and we're saying that's big. And can you imagine if we're 12 points behind the leaders? Yeah. I mean, you're right. That's gargantuan. That's huge.
But we would have a game in hand. But still, it's still a lot.
But even 9 points. If we got a game in hand, that's 9 points.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very consistent leader.
Of course. And remember, games in hand don't mean anything now. It's better to have the points in the bag than the games in hand.
But if we got games in hand, you're going to get the points.
No, of course. No, but that does put the pressure on. So that's what I said. If City goes and win their 2 games, they're thinking, well, we're 12 points clear. We got it in the bag. Yeah. So it's for us to do. Yeah,
it does put pressure. It does put pressure on us. But at the same time, I mean, look, the way Liverpool play, they look like they take every game seriously. So even,
of course,
regardless of whether the 12 points or points in hand or games in hand, Liverpool will still come out and be workmanlike. Yeah. And watching this game, I mean, it just shows the massive respect Leicester showed to us. because they can score goals. They've got attacking players, and they only had one shot on goal and one shot on target. That's right. They had 6 shots on goal. So they had only one shot on target, and it was it was a good goal. For anyone who's not seen it, they brought on their sub Lookman.
Yeah.
He'd been on for 3 minutes. He did a 1-2 with this fellow Dubry Hall, I think, from the halfway line. He did a 1-2 and basically ran through our defense and blazed the ball at Alisson and beat him near post.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually, I guess the pace of the shot beat Alisson, but
it's a save that he could make. It's a shot he can make.
It's a low and yeah.
But it's how much of it he saw. How much of it did he see? No, because I've just seen the replay and he had a good line of vision. But I think just the pace of the shot is what. Yeah, he underestimated the shot then.
Yeah, it's gone past it, but it's a good height for him to save. That's Leicester's goal. Leicester goal. We missed a penalty in the 14th minute.
Shots.
So, yeah, me too.
Normally puts that away because if that went in, then it would have been a different game.
Completely, because Leicester would have to come out.
And then that gives us more space. Yeah,
they'd absolutely have to come out.
See, that's what they say, man. And games are like just thin on margins. That makes the difference.
But still, even though they didn't come out, even though they weren't the most adventurous, we still had a chance to win the game. I mean, their goalkeepers had to make four saves, and 1 or 2 of them were really, really good saves.
Yeah.
So even still, we could have won that game.
So what do you think of the substitute? Do you think Origi should have come on?
Well, it's an option. I don't think Origi wasn't even in the squad yesterday.
Was he on the squad?
No. And Minamino, I believe as well, was injured. I will just quickly look at. I don't believe Origi was there, because otherwise I would have said just bring him on.
You think Klopp would have played him if he was there?
Well, the Wonder Man, of course.
Of course.
I would have done. I mean, I know we've been slagging him off before in the past, but you can just see he's the last.
He's the man on the bench, isn't
it? Yeah, he scores last minute goals, or he scores desperate goals. I'm just thinking. I don't believe he was. No, our subs were Kanate, Milner, Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Jones, Kelleher, Beck, and Nico Williams. So no, Origi wasn't even on the bench.
So I want to know what you feel about the squad, because I just don't know if it's strong enough, because it's like when the players come on, sometimes we have some of the players that they impact the game, but it's not all the time. It's rarely. It's just sometimes where they impact the game, innit? Like if we're losing,
right?
So like you said, if you put on Origi, he comes on, he impacts the game, but it's not all the time he's going to impact the game.
Yeah, he doesn't impact the game all the time.
No, of course not. Minamino comes on. It's just sometimes, So I just feel that I just don't think our strength in depth, especially to be going for the title, is that strong. It's not as strong as Chelsea and Man City, and I think this. This is where it's showing. That's where it's showing.
One loss.
No, it's not one loss though.
2 losses.
We've had two losses. Yeah.
In 37 games.
Doesn't matter. But we're 6 points.
Doesn't matter.
No, because we're 6 points behind. Because you know what it is as well. I'll tell you what it is.
Go on.
Because I'm starting to hear it. I don't want us to be known as a one hit wonder, because we won the league, and I'm thinking to myself, when can we next win the league?
Could have done it. First of all, the league isn't over.
It's not over. It's not over. But we've got a mountain to climb. It's a big mountain.
So currently it's only 6 points, and if we,
but it's 6. It's not 6 points against Brentford. It's 6 points against Man City. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Man City have lost. They've lost the game. They've had some draws. They're not indestructible. So
but they're playing very well, and they're scoring goals for fun.
And a few weeks ago, people were saying the same about Chelsea. Chelsea were the favourites to win, and then Chelsea are behind us. So nothing is impossible. I don't. Yes, it looks difficult, especially if they do go 12 points ahead. I I'd be the first half manager would say, wow, that just looks now impossible. But currently, that's not the case. Yes, we messed up. Yes, well, I don't even say we messed up. It was against us because we could have won that game. We were the better team.
Yeah.
But whatever Leicester's plan was, it.
But this is where I said it goes.
Semi-effective.
This is where I said it goes down to the substitute, because I'm thinking we're losing. I want these players to come on and make things happen, and I just didn't get that. Didn't get it.
No, but the team was making things happen. But like I said, their goalkeeper got man of the match. You got to accept on days, no matter who you bring on, it's not going to happen. Mo Salah has had a penalty saved. How often does that happen? You just got to accept. Some days you could bring God on and you're still not going to win the match. It does. You have to accept that.
I understand, but then if you're going for the title, we can't always keep come with excuses, because, like I said, we're going to keep falling back, and then what?
These aren't excuses. These are like, it happens. It happens. What, you don't think Man City is going to drop any points this season? Then you think they're going to?
Do you know what? They'll mostly be in a position where when they drop points, it's not going to really do anything. It's not going to matter. That's what I believe. Remember, I said this on the podcast.
So you think they'll be so far ahead?
I reckon they're going to have a good amount of points ahead that they might lose a game, and it's not going to be enough for anyone to catch up to them. That's what I believe.
Okay. Well, look at Lookman goal again. Jeez,
that's what I believe. I'm not even looking at it again. I don't want to see it. I saw it once. That was enough.
It's painful. It's painful. He kind of. Oh man! Just watching. It's just like he's just dribbled for our defense. I think.
He just come on.
Saved it.
He just come
3 minutes. He's been on the pitch for 3 minutes. Yeah. Alisson could have
So this is what I mean by a substitute. He comes on, he impacted the game and scored.
Oh, well, how come this super substitute didn't come on and beat Man City then?
Which super sub?
This Lookman who came and impacted and so on.
Well, obviously, did the manager put him on?
Yeah, actually, I think he played the whole match. Actually, they took off Tillmans. Apparently, Tillmans was rubbish in that.
But they scored 3 goals against City. So
but exactly.
No one scores 3 against City.
And what were they playing? They were playing at City, weren't they?
Yeah, at Etihad.
Yeah, and they could only score 1 goal against us. What does that tell you?
Doesn't tell us anything.
No, that's true. I was just trying to grasp for straws. Doesn't really tell us anything.
Yeah, because I could counteract it by saying, well, they scored. City scored 6 against them.
6 against them. I know. We scored 1. He scored none. Yeah, no, that's true.
Oh, he scored none.
Point.
Yeah,
no, that's a valid point. It was disappointing, but I took heart that we played. We closed them down. Despite whatever plan they had, it didn't work, because if that Lookman goal had it been saved, which it is entirely possible it could have been, then it would have been 0-0, or another day we could have put in some more chances. But I think we deserve to win. But credit to Leicester, they defended well. They threw their bodies on the line. Their goalkeeper's amazing, and it is what it is. They beat us 1-0.
Anyway, we need to just add a few more things, because basically we only got 2 minutes left. We're out of time.
Go on.
Sorry about that, viewers. But for Liverpool, who's your man in match for Liverpool? Not for the whole game, just for Liverpool. Who stood out for you?
Tsimikas.
Tsimikas, yep. That's what I believe.
Put in some,
He did put in some crosses.
Well. He did well.
This is why I said if Origi was there, I'm sure he would have maybe got onto one of those chances.
Well, maybe it's entirely possible. I mean, he can be an impact player, not all the time. Bear in mind, but he can be.
He's proven himself, though. He's definitely is. Every time Robertson comes out.
I wouldn't go. Tsimikas. Tsimikas is good, great. Tsimikas puts in some really, really, really good delivery crosses. On another day, I mean, one and also Ox put in a couple of good crosses as well.
Yeah,
but 100% Tsimikas. But I think Leicester were defending quite narrow, so in the first half, Tsimikas had loads of space. To put in some deliveries, which was good. But I to me, when you listen to a commentary, his name was said a lot. So he was obviously involved in the action. So I would say Tsimikas. Who do you believe?
No, Tsimikas as well. Definitely.
Okay,
Same thing.
good.
So that's
All right.
that's why I asked that question. So Simicast, to me, he's definitely a proven
Yeah,
defender.
100%.
So
Yeah, and it's so weird that 2 seasons ago.
because he didn't get played, that's what it was. So
Well,
now,
yeah, but
now
when
he's
he
given a
did-
chance. And he's so anyway, I'm gonna take my last sip. We're out of time. We're gonna have to leave it there. We've got Chelsea on Sunday, so catch us for
4:30
Chelsea.
kickoff. Yep. Fingers crossed. That really is a must-win game for us. So
Yep.
yeah, let's hope that
So
we
yeah,
get that
catch us
sorted.
for Chelsea for the match reaction, and yeah, so we're gonna leave it there. Out of time. From me, myself, and Will. We'll catch you later.
See ya.